the soul. Okay, you can try repeat after me some singing. Sa exercise. A little bit short, it will be short, but it's very good. Many things together we are practicing when we practice this. Actually, exercising. We exercise focus, we exercise sense of learning, opening the sense of learning, opening focus, opening and building the knowledge, experience. So we can sing together, relax, sit comfortably. You can come here, you can bring a chair here. Sa, together, sa, one sky. Sa. Take a deep breath. And you're doing, yes, you're doing also pranayama. Sa. You listen your voice, and voice should, after some time, voice should become smooth. Sa. Try to follow the voice till the end, till your last breath. You know, it's very important. Take a deep breath. Sa when you're listening yourself pronouncing the sound. Sa. Now we are going to Pa. Pa. The high sa. Sa. Now we are going down again. Pa. You can just shortly sing one song. You feel now voice much better. You can take a deep breath and then do one more. Make a sound, make a sound. Like you're relieving all tensions inside. It's very easy to get relief from tensions. Radhe 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 Prema Agade Shyama Jivani Jai 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 Shri Radhe. They sing here. Radhe Radhe Radhe, Prema Agade, Shyam Jeevani. Jai 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 Shri Radhe. They sing Radhe Radhe Radhe, Prema Agade. Srimati Radharani is the one from whom love is emanating. And she is Shyama Jeevani. She is the life of Shyam. Radhe Radhe Radhe, Prema Agade, Shyama Jeevani. Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Prema Agade, Shyama Jeevani. Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Radhe Radhe Radhe, Prema Agade, Shyama Jeevani. Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Radhe Radhe Radhe, Prema Agade, Shyama Jeevani. Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Srimati Radharani ki jai. And one more song shortly. Now for Krishna a little bit. Do you feel relaxed? So this is also one song from Vrindavan. It's very simple. And they sing Mera Giri Dari Gopala. They sing Oh my Giri Dari Gopala. Mera Giri Dari Gopala. मैं तेरी तू मेरा. You know what this means? मैं तेरी तू मेरा. I am yours, you are mine. So this is what is needed to attain Krishna. You just sing this, like Bijbasis. मैं तेरी तू मेरा. Or you can also meditate how Srimati Radharani is singing this. Mera Giri Dari Gopala. Mera Giri Dari Gopala. तेरी kaneya Nandalal ji. You can try. Aur Shyama ji kaneya Nandalal ji. They sing here. Oh means come. Oh Shyama ji kaneya. You're calling Krishna. Oh please come Krishna. Oh Shyama ji kaneya Nandalal ji. मेरा प्राण से प्यारे गोपाल जी. So we sing here, मेरा प्राण से प्यारे. You're my life. You're my dear beloved. मेरा प्राण से प्यारे. मेरा प्राण से प्यारे गोपाल जी. 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 हरे कृष्ण Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Sri Radha Madana ki jai. So, thank you very much for coming. Today we have also very interesting topic. The topic is Your Treasure is with you, number 2. So. Working? Huh? He's on. So, yesterday we were speaking also about our treasure, which is situated in our life, within us, around us, and sorry, I have some little bit voice broken, so I need some candy too.
We changed Bhakti yesterday. Maybe I can change it.
But I think it's okay. Anyway, so today we will also speak about a very interesting topic. We will have discussion a little bit on the beginning about on our start of this today's sharing or seminar about inner peace, 12 symptoms of inner peace. Yesterday we were speaking about different kinds of filters on or obstacles on our way to listen properly. Because listening is the most powerful tool which we have in our life. By listening we can destroy things, and by listening we can create love. And by sound also. By sound we can create love, and by sound, the same sound we can use to create war. So we have this voice, we have ears, we have so many instruments on our body, and we need to learn to use them properly. We need to learn to as in Shastras, in scriptures, holy scriptures, it is described that we have this knowledge acquiring senses, the senses by which we get knowledge. Whenever you touch something, you can use opportunity and learn something new. Whenever you see something, you can see every day the same tree, but every day is different. But you can learn something new. You can hear from the same sounds, you can hear them differently, and learn in a new way. We can learn so many things. Every day, every moment, we have opportunity to learn something new and to make the best of our lives. So, as we were speaking also yesterday about these different filters, through which we observe the world. You remember?
Yes.
Yes. We have different filters which we use, which we have on our, we can have example of glasses. All of us, we are wearing glasses, and they're colored in different colors. We can compare this with the filters which we use every day. So we're looking the same things, but you see it in orange color, and she sees in blue color. And we argue because of this. We are not aware that my glasses are colored with green color, and some other person they're colored with orange color. But as Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, he said that true yogi is that one who, through his own experience of his inner world, he sees the equality of all living entities around. So by seeing yourself, how your inner world is functioning, you can know how inner world of other people is functioning. So you can know also in the same way how Krishna is functioning. Krishna also has inner world, emotions, thoughts. Srimati Radharani. So this is very, very deep science. Very deep science, which we started to go by this path. And it's a very deep science, very mystical, very beautiful, very romantic and everything. It can fulfill all needs which we have inside. So, after by some practicing of this process, we realize that we have some filters inside. We can see that actually it's very easy to know this, because every person is reacting differently on the same thing. That's so easy to understand. You go on the picnic, and rain falls, and you become unhappy. Other person comes there and he starts to be happy. Wow, rain, so beautiful. And who is guilty for your happiness or unhappiness? Is it rain, or our filters, or different kinds of ways how we're experiencing the reality? Rain is not for sure guilty, or that someone is doing something in a time when you wanted to do something, or you want to chant, and then someone starts to renovate apartment above you, or listening some folk music very loudly. national folk music. So, when we realize that we have such filters inside, we become peaceful and we can chant much more deeply. So, as we chant more deeply, we get more inner peace. As Krishna describes in Bhagavad Gita, without peace or connection with the Lord, without connection with the Lord, there cannot be transcendental intelligence. Without transcendental intelligence, spiritual intelligence, that means you see the things which are happening not as everybody sees. You see behind why this is happening. Oh, look, this happened. Now I can learn something new. This is spiritual intelligence. And then Krishna said, without intelligence, there cannot be peace, and without peace, there cannot be happiness. So it's very much needed that we know how to attain real inner peace. So today we will start with the 12 symptoms of inner peace. So we can a little bit analyze it and try to see how we can maybe reach this understanding. And what is written here? Become the creator of a better world. Would you like to live in a better world? Or it is perfect? It's perfect already because Krishna is behind everything, what is happening. But it's true that we can, but like Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, by practicing yoga, you can put on minimum sufferings of this world. In this way, enable others to live better quality life. And we also can live a better quality life. But probably Krishna will not allow that we live better quality life until we learn to be a responsible person. Responsible in all possible ways. Emotional, intellectual, physical, spiritual. It's not so easy, so we cannot expect, we should be honest and say, I'm still not mature. If Krishna would give me now 1 million euros, probably I will use it very badly. I will not be able to use them properly. I will degrade myself. Or such things. We become honest more. Or if I will get 1 million euros, I will get this feeling of power. I can do more freely what I want to do. Then partners, we would be. Before I didn't have money. Now I have. Now I can go somewhere from you. But actually, when you don't have money, you need to work with each other. You need to deal with things, and you find the solution. And then you see that there is solution for everything. Unfortunately, today people stop with this process to find solution, to find better solution for both. That everybody is winner. Why he stopped? So first one is ability to act and think consciously. 2 small letters, but it's okay. You see, okay?
Yes.
So when you have inner peace, you can act and think consciously, everything, purposefully. You see the purpose. You can make beautiful purpose of your thoughts and your actions. You're not impulsive. You don't act, and then after you think, oh, why I acted like this? Then before you are inside. You see, Krishna calls this. Sorry, I forgot. I forgot the Sanskrit word, but you're not only that you see from the eyes, the world, you're living the life only from eyes. You see only outside. You're looking from inside. You see first your emotions, thoughts, ego, and then the world. Krishna said that kind of person gets Bhagavad Prasad. That person gets mercy of the Lord. So we're trying to do, when we have inner peace, we can act like this. We can think before we act. How much of us we would like to be able to think before we act? To think more before we act. So we don't need to lament after. So many people, girls and women's and men's, they lost their partners. And they after lamenting, oh, I shouldn't do this, I should act like this, and blah, blah, blah. But you cannot return. So many offenses, so many rude words, so many rough situations, and too many, wounds on the heart. Everything you can solve. Krishna can solve everything, but there must be will. So we also are able to act carefully. Like I know how my Guru Maharaj, Sachinandana Swami, whenever I come to speak with him, he is so much careful how he will say something, what word he will use, how he will say this word, and end of the word how he will pronounce. You can feel how he's careful, about all these details. But we just say whatever comes to our mind. We need to go more inside, become more peaceful, and to be able to use these beautiful tools, the voice, the words, all these things, in a more better way. So we are able to act and think not in hurry. Why? Because we know that everything is in order, everything as it should be. Ayendra Prabhu once he quoted Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who said that, I cannot really remember it now, I have somewhere this quote, but globally he said that if someone thinks that the world needs a change, he himself is the one who needs to be changed. Because behind everything what's happening in the world is already a perfect controller and revolutionary. It's Krishna. That's what he said. That person who thinks that something should be changed, he is the one who needs a change. That means you're lacking the change. Because everything is under control of Krishna. But ego is there a little bit. But again, with the help of inner peace, we can reach this platform where we can, be not in a hurry, think consciously more carefully. And we are able to observe. Is it too loud, this music? Is it too loud music? No. And we are able to observe things. You coming to prasadam, you coming to morning program, you going to school, you're going to work, you're going there, and you observe how your mind is moving, how your thoughts are moving. What are you doing? Because every moment, whether we know this or not, we are creating our future. Every moment, every thought is creating the future. It's literally, it's physically even proved. You probably have experience in your life. So we should be very interested where our thoughts are going, how we are thinking, what about we are thinking. Because in a way, how we think, we create future. What we think, it will happen. If you're married and you're thinking about another man, it will happen. If you're, I don't know, something doing it, we should be aware what we are doing. Or man thinking about another woman. It will happen. Nobody can. Krishna said in one verse that he said that how we come under control of karma. He said first problem is, Krishna said, ahamiti, I am this, mind, intelligence, body. Krishna said that's the cause problem. I am ahamiti. Next problem, Krishna said, how everything is going after. First you think ahamiti, I am this. Then Krishna said, the false, the anyata buddhi is created. In Sanskrit means another intelligence, another entity. It's not you, but it's like our projection. When you think I am this, then we create the false projection of our true identity. And then Krishna said, then when false identity is there, then and when mind is when we are too much identified with the body, then mode of passion, he said, can enter into mind. Understand? He describes in details this process. I mean, it's very, you can study this. It's in 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna describes this in details. So he said, when we think too much, I am this body and the mind, then mode of passion can enter into mind. Mind is by nature created from mode of goodness. He is naturally good. He's not bad. We are bad because we are not conscious. We need to become responsible, as we said. So he said, then mode of passion distorts the mind, and mind starts to be absorbed in thinking about changing life, changing plans, like that. You change your life, you change your dharma, you think, I need to do this, I need to do that, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. You're not anymore sure what you should do in your life. And then Krishna said, just a moment, and then karma appears in the mind. Karma is not part of us. Karma is material element, like mind, like intelligence, like false ego. This element, karma, or desire, material desire, arising, becoming more stronger like this. And then Krishna said, when we focus ourselves on karma, then we come under control of karma, he said. Before that, we are not under control of karma. Body is working under control of karma, but we are free inside. We are observer, like we wrote here. So I shortly describe this, what Krishna said. It's very useful to know how this is going, this gradation from ahamiti, I'm this, body, mind. Then we actually ruining our life. We should pay attention to this, not because we are Hare Krishna and we should think about this. No, this is because we're living our life. We want to be happy. We want to build what we desire to have in life. We don't want to find ourselves in 50 years somewhere and lament there, thinking, oh, why I'm living like this? It's not suiting to my body, to my mind, to my heart. We want from beginning as much as possible. It's not so easy in Kali Yuga. But Krishna said, only leg which stayed of bull of Dharma in this Kali Yuga is truthfulness. Through truthfulness we can reach all this. To be honest, truthful, that's all what we can do. We cannot be super, how they say, super duper. Religious person, yogi, some super. Maybe there are still some real yogis in Himalayas, Naga Babas or something, these mystics. They can enter into source of Ganga in water, and in a few seconds they down in Kumbh Mela, going out of Ganga. Can you do this? But Srila Prabhupada also said, cow is also mystic. Chew grass, and then make milk. There's also mystic power. So we all have some mystic power, but like we were speaking yesterday. And on the end, we say, we develop ability to think and act like this, rather than to act from fears based on previous experiences. You have this experience? That you react in relationships, in your marriage, in friendships, in like this, out of fear, based on your previous experiences. You was left from partner, you was, I don't know, cheated by this or that, and then you're not relaxed and you're reacting not so good. All of us, we are learning this. I'm just sharing with you because I'm also learning this. Probably all life I will learn. But it's good to share that we remind each other of different things. So when we have inner peace, we can have distance from these fears which force us to react not so nicely. It's clear, this first one? This one is the longest, sorry. Second one. So the second symptom of inner peace is ability to enjoy every moment. We are not anymore in fear. Oh, in next moment this could happen, and then therefore I will suffer, or I don't know what. Like there is some story. One man was going to pilgrimage, and he met some sadhu there, and he asked sadhu, "Dear sir, what do you think? What will be the weather in next few days?" And sadhu said, "It will be as it suits to me. It will be as it suits to me." And he said, how as it suits to you? Well, because I understood that it cannot be as I want, so I decided to accept as it's coming. So, in this, when we have inner peace, when we develop inner peace, we can better enjoy every moment. Would you like to be able to enjoy every moment? To be happy, always a smile on the face. It can be also bitter smile, but you're actually happy because you know that you're learning something nice. Third one, when you have inner peace, lack of interest in judging others. You don't have interest in judging others. Krishna said in one place in Srimad Bhagavatam, he said, one should not criticize, nor praise the conditioned nature and activities of others. You should see, rather, that all world is based on absolute truth and the living entities who are purushas or enjoyers. Material world is based on absolute truth. It's Krishna's creation, and we are purushas, just enjoying souls coming there to do something. And he said in the next verse, whoever indulges himself in criticizing or judging or praising others, he immediately falls down from his self-interest. Do you find yourself sometimes judging others? You have experience of judging others? This is crazy question. It's normal thing. It's a desire for some harmony, for love, for that things are nice. But unfortunately, we're still expecting that things will go as we want. Yes?
Yes, thank you, Prabhu. Yes, you said I'm praising others, but Krishna also says we have to glorify others, isn't it? Or not? Or
Yes, it's true, but
glorify devotees.
yes. But actually, because we don't know nobody really. Actually, when you praise, that it's not true. Also, we have some motives why we're praising someone. Usually, until we become free from these motives, you don't have any motive. You really love this person. You feel connection, and then you praise. Then you can see the qualities of this person. And as you know more this person, then you will be able to praise more. And if you can see also something like wrong, because you love this person, you would say it lovingly. But Krishna describes this from other perspective. And also this, Acharyas, they describe this in purport in all ways, in different ways. But he said that when you fall asleep, tonight we will all go to sleep, and you lose your consciousness, you surrender your individual consciousness to the dream body. You understand? We surrender our individuality to the dream body, and then imagine you have ability to enter into someone's dream, and you enter into the dream of this person, and you judge or praise this person in the dream, what he's doing there. You understand? Is it clear?
Yes.
You enter into the dream of someone and you judge or praise this. This neither praising nor criticizing have any connection with reality, because this person actually is not that, he's sleeping there in the bed. You understand? That Krishna said, whoever indulges himself in praising or criticizing others immediately falls down, because you're identifying yourself with illusion, with what is not reality. You should rather see the person inside. You should try to see it. If you cannot see, then just fall down, like Krishna said. You should fall down in front of everybody, like a stick, like danda, in front of everybody, he said. snakes, asses, donkeys, brahmanas, everybody, criminals. He said like this. Until we developed ability to see him everywhere and in everything, Krishna said. So this is with inner peace, we also lacking interest of judging others. Ooh, where are you going? You understand this one? Lack of interest in judging yourself. You have this experience? We are judging ourselves a lot. Why music is not working? Just a moment. Something I made a mistake, sorry. Okay. I remember I saw on YouTube once one video from Dove. You know this cosmetic company? Yeah. Dove. They're a cosmetic company, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. And they made, I will shortly describe, they made some experiment with women's. They found some women randomly on the street, brought her in some studio, and before that they brought this person from police who can, by hearing about description of someone's face, he can draw the face or character. You know this, in police they have these people. And they surrounded him with a curtain. He's inside with a paper, big paper to draw. And they told to this woman, she's outside, to describe herself to this man. And she was describing, he was drawing. And when he finished, they called a group of people, maybe 7, 8 of them, and they sat with her there on some sofas and like this, and they were speaking with her maybe 10 minutes like this, something. And then they called them to this person, to this man, policeman, to describe her, each of them to describe her to him. And they described, and he drew by description of everybody her face. And then they call her, they open the curtain, and they show her the drawings. And when she saw first drawing, which she described herself, where she described, it was awful. She looked like witch, really, but she was a very pretty lady. And then they show her the drawings from other people who describe her, and she is pretty and beautiful. And she started to cry. She couldn't believe that actually she's living for so long about herself, about thinking about herself like that, and unconsciously even. So also when we have inner peace, we can see how we observe ourselves, we can see also how we see the world. So we can correct all, errors, mistakes, how we think, how we do. Like you have in PC, you have antivirus. And every I don't know, 1 hour or once a day, antivirus scan the computer from viruses. We are not aware of this process mostly. Who knows what they're doing there? But it's happening regularly. So we also should be like this antivirus program software and check often, regularly, what kind of viruses I got today. Because they're coming, especially today in modern times, they're coming regularly through our knowledge acquiring senses, because we're not aware. You saw this today, you heard this today, and unconsciously we collected so many informations about the world, about others, about ourselves. So by inner peace also we go a little bit from judging ourselves, because we don't know who we are. I remember a long time ago, I read some verses from 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Kapiladeva describes the nature of the soul of the world. And then I understood it. I don't have even clue, who am I? And then I came to program, and devotees say, we are selfish, we are like this, we are that, like that. I was thinking, how can I be selfish when I don't know who am I? Is it true? What do you think? Is it true? How can you be like that, but you don't know who you are? That means if you thinking I'm like this, I'm like that, you're putting more layers above yourself, around yourself. You become more trapped. So we need to rewind this process, go more deeper inside, and try to see the true self as much as possible. And be honest with our temporary, uncultural thoughts, or I don't know what. Number 5, lack of interest in conflicts. So when we have inner peace, we also don't have interest in conflicts. You ever have had experience of conflicts? You have tendency to get into conflicts? Yes? I think that everybody is going into conflicts, even Guru. But they're going in conflicts because of some higher purpose. We cannot avoid this. Even Lord Shiva is under control of Lord Krishna. Even Lord Brahma. They also go into conflicts. But because, when Lord Shiva was confused by Mohini Murti, he heard how Krishna appeared like Mohini Murti, Vishnu appeared like Mohini Murti, and he seduced, demons and took the nectar of immortality from them. And Lord Shiva was so amazed. Oh, he heard this and he came to Vishnu. He said, please show me. I want to see this, your form, And Vishnu was saying, no. And he said, please, I want to see. And he appeared somewhere there behind the tree, like a beautiful lady, amazingly beautiful lady. And he was playing with the ball, and as he was playing with the ball, the clothes was falling a little bit from, and Lord Shiva became crazy, And he started to chase lady, Mohini Murti Krishna actually. He became so crazy in front of Parvati, and in front of all sages who worship him, who worships him. And he started to chase all through sky, through universe. And he even passed his semen, is described. And where the semen fell, the semi-precious stones was created from his semen. But when he came to his senses, to say it like this, he started to glorify the Lord. He said to Parvati, look how it's amazing, the energy and the potency, illusion of my Lord, And then when Lord Vishnu heard this, he said, because you're like this, you stayed yourself, even if you was bewildered by my illusory potency, I give you a blessing that you will never again be, come to the influence, under the influence of illusion. So, we can also, in some way, become also observers of tendency to go into conflict. And to try to use it for good. We can use this tendency for good, to provoke something better. It's not easy, yes. It needs some time. It needs inner peace, as is described here. Lack of interest in interpreting the actions of others. You have sometimes this experience that you're interpreting the actions of others according to your own experience. Many people can do the same thing, but everybody have this totally different attitude while they're doing the same thing. So you cannot interpret actions of others according to yourself, because everybody is different. Also, so by knowing these things, also through help of inner peace, we can understand actually this thing. Number 7. Lack of tendency to worry. Do we worry sometimes? Constantly, huh? Probably also, like there is one story. Disciples, they came to Master, they asked him, to Guru, they asked him, my dear Guru, our dear Guru, what is the difference now? Before enlightenment and after enlightenment? And he said, now when I'm eating, I'm eating. When I'm sleeping, I'm sleeping. When I'm going to toilet, I'm going to toilet. So this is the difference. But difference between enlightened person and not enlightened person is different. That when we are doing one thing, we're thinking about another thing. We're present somewhere else. We are not doing this thing because we are too much in a worry. Because we think we are controllers. We think there is no controller, there is no Krishna, there is not enough faith that Krishna is actually behind everything. I mean, all these details, they can be, discussed a lot. But we will just shortly, if someone has some question, something is not clear, please tell. So number 8. Frequent, overwhelming episodes of appreciation. When you have inner peace, you're appreciating world, people around. You can see their talents, you can see their values, and you can appreciate it. You can give good, what is the word? Feedback. Yes. Also, yes. So we are able to express appreciation in a nice way. Number 9. Expressed feeling of connection with others and nature. So we have expressed feeling when we have inner peace of connection with others and with nature. You feel connection. You don't feel blocked. You feel like you want to defend yourself. You're always in danger, paranoid. I will be hurted. I will be this, that. No, you're rather in giving mood, not in protecting mood, not in a position of victim. Life happened to me. You're thinking, everything happened to me. I'm victim. No, actually, we're supposed to think, to go to the level of thinking, I happen to life. Not that I am super something, but we are all great in one sense, because we are particles of Krishna. And we are persons, we are that very special thing. And we feel this strongly expressed feeling of connection with others, and especially with nature. You're not separated from nature, because nature can help us to measure, are we really connected? If we are avoiding nature, we are afraid of nature, we are probably very much far from ourselves. That's number 9. Number 10. Frequent attacks of laughter. When he was laughing last time, crazy, from the heart. Maybe recently. But before, I remember when we were small, it was totally different energy in the world. We was laughing like crazy very often. I remember once we had some program, yoga program, mantra yoga program, and we started to laugh in home of one devotee in 10 evening, and we finished at 3 morning. I was afraid. I really got scared. Didn't want it to stop. And you just little bit calm down. Just someone just makes a little bit some sound, and you again, and it was starting to hurt whole body, and you were laughing like crazy. But you're thinking, what is this, my guy? But after that, we felt like new, like totally reborn, rejuvenated, like they say. Yes.
Yes, thank you. What I want to ask is, I know that my Guru Maharaj sometimes gave lectures or other Maharajas, and then I enjoyed and I started to laugh, and then sometimes I heard, don't laugh, it's disturbing others. So what about that? But maybe I laugh too loud. But I really enjoy.
Yeah, that's not for, yeah.
Guru Maharaj has this lecture, and he said, he was telling about Radharani, and about the gopis, and chapter 10, the conjugal love, he was telling very nicely. But then you use the word man, it's totally man-proof. And I was laughing because of the word man-proof.
Yes,
but
yes.
then somehow or other I disturbed others again.
Yes.
Because of my laugh, and I was not laughing because I didn't think his story to be serious, but it was typical of word like man.
Yes, yes,
How can you? Amazing! How can you put it so clear? Because it is man-proof.
Yes.
So sometimes you laugh because you enjoy something. People might not understand why you're laughing.
Well, probably there is different situations. Different. If you're really laughing from the heart, you will not be, or from inner peace. Hare Krishna. If you have inner peace, you will not be touched if you was interrupted. Like I remember, I heard how once some person came to Krishna Balaram Mandir long time ago, Srila Prabhupada, this from some Leelas from Srila Prabhupada. Some man came there and he fell on the ground in temple and started to roll down and laughing like crazy, And he disturbed many people there. And devotees was afraid to disturb him. They thought maybe this is some, avaduta. And they went to Srila Prabhupada and asked him, what to do, Srila Prabhupada? There's some man down disturbing people, he's rolling down on the floor. And he said, just throw him out. Srila Prabhupada said. And they took him, throw him out. I don't know what happened, but just, I don't know what happened with the person. Did he get offended or he was continue to be in the bliss? If he was really in the bliss, he will stay in the bliss. If he was not, if he was just acting something, there probably he will get offended. Person who is really spiritual, who is really connected with Krishna, he cannot be offended. Actually, he thinks, I'm servant, I should serve. It's not the thinking others should serve me. The world is owe me. Is it owing me? So number 11. Noticing the goodness of others which they show to us, and strong urge to reciprocate. You experienced ever that people are very kind with you, but you didn't notice this? For example, you just after some time, this person greeted me so nicely, he was so kind, and I didn't reciprocate nicely. Because we don't have inner peace, we was thinking about some worries, some more loads were on the mind, and we cannot catch the moment. Like it was this, which was the second one, and to enjoy every moment. You're present there, you're aware what is happening. So this is also a beautiful thing of inner peace. We are able to notice someone is kind to us, and we notice, thank to you too, and really, And if you make some mistake again, okay, that's okay, you can go to this person and, like you today, apologize for something, Thank you. It's so beautiful. I got, a feeling of ecstasy in the heart because someone is apologizing. Like in Mauritius, when we was there, the owner of the house, whenever he sees us, he offers obeisances to us, And I also offered to him obeisances. And I felt so great bliss. Yeah, but she said, my wife says, she said that they do this to each other, And then I felt so much bliss from this, only offering obeisances in connection with Krishna. And I understood, only through offering obeisances you can reach Krishna. It's so easy to reach Krishna, And it's so beautiful, And so keeps this phenomenon of knowing someone open. You don't close, This person is like this, and the miracle stops. No more. Actually, there is no more this person, And number 12. Growing tendency to allow things to happen. rather than to control and manipulate. You understand? You're able more to see that there is some beautiful arrangement happening. Not only you, you're just a small part of the world. And you're allowing things to happen by themselves. You're not trying to control, manipulate, because if they will not go like this, I will be unhappy, I will be miserable. They will cheat me, they will do like this, like that, or like that. I remember how once I was chanting in home, and I was chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. And thoughts came that I want to prepare breakfast. But I felt still I'm not connected nicely, And then I said, okay, Krishna, I will a little bit more, just to connect really, And chanting, and I continued to chant, and I was chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And then after some time, I just found myself in kitchen. I was in kitchen cooking. I think, look, the things happened by themselves. I started to cook, rather than to manipulate because of some my impatience, or mode of passion or something, Then when you do, probably all of you know that when you do some things out of mode of passion or of impatience, they're a little bit bitter, they're a little bit sour. They don't give real pleasure to the heart. But when you're a little bit more going to decide that you allow, like Guru Maharaj said, we are not residing too much on the gravity force of ego, too much. There is 2 rounds, we can imagine, and one is gravity force field of ego, another one is gravity force of Krishna. And you're here between chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, and you're, where? This gravity force of ego, because we are used to interact with him, is going a little bit often there. But if you just a little bit resist this, we will go to more natural field, the gravity field force of Krishna. So these were 12 symptoms of inner peace. And we describe how inner peace is very important if we want to have a beautiful spiritual life. I don't want to say material life separately, because we shouldn't separate. We should act always in the same way. When we come to the temple, we offer obeisances, we behave nice, we speak nicely. We should do the same when we come home, wherever we go. So everywhere there could be spiritual life. We don't need to separate. I'm going to the temple to have spiritual life, then I'm going home there, fui, like awful. I'm going to this awful place of stinky people. No, we shouldn't think like this. This is offense. Offense to first yourself, because you're degrading yourself with such thoughts. You're putting yourself on very primitive position level of thinking. You should think, you should behave everywhere in the same way, wherever we go. Not Srila Prabhupada give this example of the elephant, how elephant is bathing, and then when he goes out, he take the dust and put dust on himself. Or at least to decide, I will now go home and I will try to pay attention what I'm doing, how I'm speaking. Maybe I will do a mistake, of course I will do a mistake, of course. But if I made a mistake, I will correct it, not become passive and not correct mistake, not even notice that I'm making mistakes. That's awful state of existence. So, after that we will shortly, how much time more we have? How much more time? When? Now. Ooh, started already.
You can finish your part. How much we need?
15 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay. I will show a little bit, it's okay. So after this, after speaking a little bit about inner peace, we can understand that the power of listening, you can see, it's very important. But we cannot listen properly if we don't have inner peace, if we don't have connection with Krishna. And listening is everything. Because how you hear, that's how we will create. If you don't hear properly, I see, we travel a lot today, and we see a lot in temples young devotees, they are coming, new devotees, new brahmacharis, and they're behaving very badly, speaking very openly with ladies, very easily giving orders to elder people. That's not good. And they're gathered somewhere and speaking too much relaxed, girls and boys, and not good. This should be cultural. We should develop culture, especially in temple. So, to get the best of our life, we should learn to use this very special tool, which is called listening. So listening means making definition from the sound. Yesterday we mentioned this. When you listen, you're making definition from the sound which is reaching your ears. And through ears, by biomechanical way, biomechanical way, how to say? Through electrical impulses, it's going to the brain, and you recognize what you heard. And then with mental part, you're making definition consciously what I heard. So who is deciding what you heard? Because everybody hears in their own way. Krishna said this is intelligence, buddhi element. Buddhi element, intelligence, is created from mode of passion. Because she is always active. This is this is that, this is that, this is that. This should be like this, should be like that, But if she is not filled with proper knowledge, she will cut things and, like a surgeon, in not so good ways. So we need to feel. So until we are learned, until we are educated properly in nice culture, we should be very humble. My Guru Maharaj once said that his brother was in Buddhist tradition a long time ago. And his brother told him that the tradition there, in this monastery where he went to visit, he wanted to live there, but he gave up. You will hear now why. First 5 years, you can clean around the temple. You cannot enter inside. Second 5 years, you can enter inside and clean inside. And third 5 years, you can participate in lectures. He couldn't manage to tolerate this years, but this is, But we came just first month, and we start to, comment and do. This should be like this, should be like this. This is very primitive culture. We should be very humble until we spontaneously feel I'm making good, I'm helping others. You feel this, and you see results. That when you speak with someone, I can say that Krishna describes, he compares sadhu with the water. He said, when you hear water, you calm down. So when you speak with someone, when someone hears you, if that person calms down, that means you're pure. So when you touch water, you get purified, Krishna said. He said, water is unstoppable on its way, Krishna said. He's not changed, he's going around the stones, going under the earth, but it's going to its own goal, reaching the goal. So we're not trying to change the world, we're adapting ourselves like water. Sometimes you move some stone, but you're going around the stones, under the earth, and you're adapting yourself, but you're learning from everything and reaching your goal. In the same way, we should learn, Krishna said, from the water, how we should behave. So whoever is hearing us, he calms down, he finds the shelter. Whoever touches us, he feels pure. Whoever, what else? Drinks, gets relief from thirst. So that means we are pure. If we don't make these results, this means we are impure. This means you should be humble, like offer obeisances to everybody, and not think anything for yourself. Krishna describes brahmachari. Brahmachari doesn't have his own will. What Guru do, that brahmachari do. If Guru sits, he sits. If Guru eats, he eats. If Guru fasts, he fasts. If Guru sleeps, he sleeps. If Guru is not sleeping, he's not sleeping. That's will of brahmachari. Someone who is, but because in this way he will go over his conditioned nature. Almost there is no possibility in another way. So listening also means gathering instruments for building our own life. So you're listening, if you're properly listening, you're gathering instruments, you're gathering tools so you can build your life. By listening, we can hear our own opinion. You listen to yourself when you're listening to someone. How I'm thinking actually? Am I having prejudices? Am I having, opinions in advance? And by listening, we become awake. What is very important. How to listen better. How to enable others to hear us better. You would like that when you speak with someone that this person is hearing you. Very often we become nervous and impatient when someone is not hearing us, especially partners, marriage partners, or you would like that your wife hear you as you would like, but it's not going, no how. Whatever you do, it's not going, or opposite. How to listen better. We use listening, hearing, speaking, but why there is no effect? How to make change? Do you ask yourself this? How to make a change with listening and speaking? We can now make change for all life. We can make miracle in life if we can just change this thing. If we can change the way how we listen and how we speak. Actually, that's only what Krishna described in Bhagavad Gita. How to act, how to think, how to, Not to become Hare Krishna only. If you read Bhagavad Gita, that means I'm Hare Krishna, authorized, verified, and I will be accepted. They see me, I'm reading, and I'm accepted. No, you should follow this, what Krishna asks there, what he says. Then you will be really accepted. So 7 habits which are stumbling stones on listening and speaking. Gossip, first one. You speak behind back. You think behind back. We shouldn't even think about someone in bad way behind their back. If thoughts about someone appears in your mind, that's real gentleman, that's real lady. If bad thoughts appear, you need to or transcend it, that it's not touching you anymore at all, or go to this person and say something. That's the best. If you want the best results, this is the best acting. Second one, judging. We want love, we want understanding, but judging and love is not going together. How can you love someone if you're judging? It's not possible. So it's not going together, it cannot go. So we need to also to recognize this. This is also like some kinds of filters, like we were speaking yesterday. Negativity. Was you ever speaking with someone who is negative? And it's not so pleasant. So, also needs understanding. We need some compassion. But we should speak more positively, so we will be more pleasant. Like Guru Maharaj, he said, he was once in Croatia eating fig, and one fig was green still, another one was mature. And this green one was, green figs, they're very untasty and very, like you eat sponge, But sweet fig is like you're eating honey with some exotic, honey, And he said to me, you see, Ojasvi, you should become like this sweet fig, mature fig. Sweet, when others eating you're sweet, and they're enjoying you. So it's like this. Not to be like the sponge, like with negativity or something. Complaining. Was you ever complaining, or you were speaking with someone who is complaining just about something? It's good to listen to others. They have problems, we need to listen, of course. But this is for us to understand. Am I now, in what way I'm speaking? Am I complaining or just making negativity around? Excuses. Whatever is there, we're making excuses for something. This is also some like stumbling stone on listening and speaking. Number 6, exaggeration. You exaggerating things which you're speaking about. You're lying actually. I was there and there was 10 people. Actually it was 2 people or something. They attacked me. And there was one girl, but 10 men say, what are you saying? I'm joking. So we should follow these things which are actually not helping us to develop devotion. Dogmatism. We speak in dogmatic way. We're making others to worship us, to not understand, but we look super, but it's not clear. We don't say complete truth. Something is a little bit there strange. You say partly truth, partly lie, and so it's it's confusing. So efforts to increase the quality of life. So this is like efforts which we can do, so we can increase to like counteract these things which we was now counting. To greet or acclaim enthusiastically. You invest more effort to greet devotees, to greet people more enthusiastically, with more juice, let's say like this. You come into public transportation, you come into elevator, you meet someone there, you greet enthusiastically with juice, not thinking, oh, look at this bad karmi, something. It's so awful to think like this. This is just person. Be straight and clear, honest. This is also very important to be straightforward, to be clear with your thoughts, with your intentions, not to think one thing, saying another thing. We would like all to have here this. This is beautiful. This is what will attract Krishna. Then we become magnet for Krishna, for Radharani, because she is complete. She will melt. Even if she is embodiment of love, she will melt in front of you. Everything is melting in front of her, but she will melt in front of us if we become like this. Be yourself, authentic, what you really are. But it's very rare to see someone who knows who am I. Like some funny story. A man, some famous rich man, came to airport and he came. It was a big line, they was waiting. He came through everybody. He said, let me go. I'm in a hurry. And this lady, there, she said, who you are? Who are you? Who am I? And then someone said, look at this. He don't know who he is. He said, who am I? He don't know who he is. So it's very rare to find someone who knows who I am actually really. Therefore, we also need inner peace. You can know really what is the nature of your mind, what is the nature of your body, and what you really need. It's not easy. It's a little bit longer way to understand who you really are, what you really need in life. But also through inner peace, through proper practice of spiritual life, through humbleness, we can very easily get this understanding. Sorry, I'm saying some things very fast. Be your word. Do what you say with integrity. So many, we see so many posts on the internet, and many people posting so many things there. Probably there are a lot of people who posting what they really think and what they're really doing. But probably a lot of people, to feel better, they're posting some interesting and wise words, just to be accepted, just that someone pay attention to them, because nobody's paying attention to nobody. But if we do whatever we speak, we should also, inner peace gives you that you're aware what you're speaking, what you're doing, and you're standing behind that. You're doing this. Wish well, love others. This is clear. We should wish well. All these factors, they're influencing that we are able to wish well, to love. So tools. This is a little bit more in details now. Tools which can help us to increase ability of listening and speaking. So we have tools, we have voice. Now I'm speaking to you. And all of you can speak. All of you can sing now, we will sing for Krishna. So you have tools. You're aware. Oh, I have tools. I have voice. Look, I'm speaking. You know. So you can locate your voice. You locate. You feel. Ah, here's my voice. You can say, and it's a miracle. It's a miracle. We take everything for granted, you know, very easily. I'm speaking, doing some stupid things, you know, even using this miracle tool to speak some rubbish, some not good things. But you locate your voice, because you can make a voice deeper. Maybe some person likes more deeper voice, you know. You can make some falsetto. You can sound differently also when you speak. You can pay attention. How am I speaking? Am I too deep? Am I too... No. This is all good because we need to serve. We need to learn to serve with these instruments. So second one is color of the voice. Is your voice smooth, warm? So how am I speaking now? Usually we don't pay attention to these things when we speak. We just speak. We don't pay attention how am I speaking. Is the other person understanding me? Is it rough for this person? So I could speak more smooth, maybe more warm. Couples, they can use this for their romance. Pattern of rhythm and sound. You speaking in monotone way or in stereo. I wanted to do this and you would do it. So we can also sound like monotonic, sometimes. But you make yourself stereo, that you can sound nicely. Tempo. Ooh, we can have tempo of the voice. When you're singing, when you're speaking, you can make tempo differently. So you're aware of your tools, you can make them nice. Tone, pitch. Maybe your voice is too loud, maybe you should be a little bit more quiet. Like when I'm singing, sometimes you feel, now you should sing stronger, now you should sing more quiet, like Krishna is giving like some instructions. Volume. Everybody understands this? Volume of your voice. So, on the end we can say, we owe to ourselves to use these tools. Do you owe yourself? Because you want to be happy? You want to live good life, good quality life, happy life, with love, emotions. So if you don't use this, if you're not conscious living entity, we will live miserable life. Like one sage, he give example. If you drive in a car with someone you have driver who is 1% conscious of his driving process, how would you feel? You will feel terrible all life, all journey. Watch this, watch that. In the same way, if you are 1% conscious of all these things, what you was now mentioning, we will live in fear. So this is why we need to become conscious of these things, why we need to use these tools properly, because we will become more conscious and you will be able to be more, like they say, I'm so over with controlling myself, But also you can there is example of bicycle. As more you control bicycle, more tricks you can do. Yes. So in the same way, as more you control over this body, you're learning about this body by the mercy of Krishna, by the knowledge. He gave us all knowledge. You just read, apply it, and that's it. We don't have culture now, we don't have knowledge, nothing. We should become blank page and rewrite, through Krishna's words. And then we owe this to ourselves. So we are divine living entities. We should live better quality life. So be happy. Thank you. Dance, chant. Let us become conscious of all these things. And we have so powerful tools of this body, mind, intelligence. If you are not aware of them, there will be problem. If they are not under control, like Krishna describes, there will be the greatest enemy. If we see them, if we try to manage them properly, as Krishna describes, they will be our best friends. There is no greater feeling when your mind is your best friend. Then Krishna totally, no, whatever thoughts can appear is no problem. So beautiful feeling, so beautiful emotion. Lust, this, that, anything can appear in your mind, but you know what to do with this. You cannot prevent that lust, envy, jealousy, all these things will appear. You cannot prevent this. But in this stage, when we are conscious, we can know what to do with these things. And then life will become amazing. So, and Krishna, we will actually notice already that Krishna is here. I was searching like yesterday this verse we said from Srimad Bhagavatam. This verse said how when sun rises, you can see everything what is around you. In the dark, when it's dark, we don't see in this room nothing. But when sun comes, you can see after that everything what is here. But Krishna said, but sun didn't create this. It was already here. So in the same way, when we experience the true self and Him, we see already what was already there, who we are. It's already there. Nothing now we are building. We are just undigging. We are actually digging, not undigging. Digging, we are making digging process, awakening process, discovering process. It's not building process. We should, we shouldn't use this plus, in mathematics, this function, it's minus. This, just for the end, this example, when this group of people, they made the elephant from the wood, and king, when he saw, they brought to him, and he asked them, "Oh, you did so wonderfully, how you made this elephant?" And they said, "We just cut everything but it's not elephant." So in the same way, we, by this knowledge, by becoming conscious of all these things, we cut everything what is not me, what doesn't belong to reality, and we enter into reality, beautiful reality, which is already here. Let us do this, use this beautiful, we owe this to ourselves, and to others also. So many people divorcing, fighting, this is so primitive. So primitive, so far from heart. We should unite, we should more connect. We should more understand others. If divorces already happened, what to do? But to someone, but do it now properly. Like, when people catch Maria Magdalena, this prostitute, they wanted to stone her. You know this example from Jesus? This prostitute, Maria Magdalena, And they gathered around her and wanted to stone her, because she's a sinner, And then Jesus Christ came there and He told them, "Okay, stop. First of you, who is without sin, throw a stone, And they all just left the stones, But He came to her and Jesus said to her, "Okay, now I saved you, but sin no more, Try not to do again these things. Try to make your life more sublime." So we also, by developing this, by practicing this process, by attaining these festivals, let us become aware that I am a living entity. It's a miracle, and I should use this opportunity very nicely so I can help others really and myself first, and others to become sublime. Okay, thank you so much. Excuse me for so much time, and Sri Sri Radha time to it should be their worship. So, Hare Krishna, thank you.
Thank you so much for the amazing seminar.
Oh, thanks everybody of you. So, Sri Sri Radha ki jai, Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gurudev Maharaj ki jai. Vaishnava Thakur ki jai.
Just a moment.